Every 1st October is recognized as the International Day of Old Persons, enabling countries to take stock of achievements and charting possible solutions to the gaps. Uganda has marked and celebrated this day since 1999, and this year's event was held at Kiboga Town Council grounds, and the theme was Stepping into the Future, tapping the talent, contributions and participation of older persons in society.
This year's theme underscores the link between tapping the talents and contributions of older persons and achieving the implementation of the 2030 Agenda and Madrid International Plan for Action on Aging, which is currently undergoing its third review and appraisal process.
Guest of honor was Speaker of Parliament, Rebecca Altwala Kadaga.
Today is tapping into the talents of the old people. I was waiting to hear the strategy for tapping their talents. I've not heard it. How are we using this? Forget the ones of the boards of directors. We don't even have enough boards of directors. That's a different category. What about these others? So I want to make some proposals. In Ankole, they have what they call a chevugo. So this is a talent which is unique to Uganda, unique to our people, unique to our tribes. So can we train, the old people help us to train a chevugo?
According to Uganda National Housing and Population Census 2014, the national older persons population stands at 1.2 million people, up from 1.1 million in 2002. The increasing life expectancy means more people are reaching the age of 60, thereby calling for proper planning for the group.
The main challenge today for my ministry and government is to ensure that the grants reach all eligible old persons in the country. My ministry has put in place the National Social Protection Policy and the necessary systems to scale up the Senior Citizens Grant to the whole country. The main challenge now remains lack of funds.
A call is however re-echoed on government to have the SAGE program finally rolled out to the rest of the country. The program started with a mere 14 districts 5 years ago, with Yumbe brought on board at a later stage to bring the number to 15. Presently, there are 40 beneficiary districts.
It's very glaring that the way it's being implemented is not equitable, is not fair. Poverty is poverty wherever. A poor person in Kiboga is a poor person in Kisoro, is a poor person in Kabong, is a poor person in Palisa, is a poor person wherever. I've been interviewing an old man of 100 years who can hardly walk, but you can see that he is very excited and he forces himself, tells his children to bring him to pick this money because it does something for him. What about that other poor person out there who is in a similar or even worse situation than this one? And that's why we are advocating for a national rollout.
The chairman, National Council for Older Persons, Joe Cannon Tibasimwa, underlines demands for the group, including an affirmative action to have representation in Parliament.
The President last year at Padir promised to have the necessary electoral laws amended to provide for older persons representation in Parliament. Madam Speaker, the honorary members who are elderly in Parliament are not, who are in Parliament do not represent old persons, but their political parties, electorates, or other interests. When will this country benefit from the proverbial accumulated wisdom and experience of old persons?
Enactment of Older Persons Act. The principles for the Act are ready and will be soon tabled in the Cabinet for consideration.
I support the representation. I'm just waiting for the government. If they can bring the bills, I think that our committee will be ready to handle them quickly so that they can be elected. What I cannot promise is that they will be elected during this term because to require an amendment of the Constitution to change Article 78. So I cannot promise that, but If they are, if the law is brought early, then we can look at the 11th Parliament so that the representatives can be elected. We shall support you on that one.
Older persons aged over 100 years were supplied with gifts, mattresses and blankets, whereas the monthly stipend of 25,000 shillings was paid on location. Onyango Jackson, reporting in Chiboka.
Abasi